Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on the old show today, a lot of pricing in the news, especially around this machine, the brand new Fiat 124 Spider. This vehicle comes with a 1.4-liter turbocharged four-cylinder making 160 brake horsepower and 183 pounds-feet of torque. Starting pricing for this machine comes in at $24,995 US with another $800 for destination fee, and that is for the standard edition manual transmission version. Now you can jump this all the way up to the 6-speed automatic in the special edition model, which will give you a starting price of $35,000, even with an extra $800 for the destination fee. Now you can go for maybe this car's a little bit big brother, if you will, which is the 124 Abarth Fiat. Now this vehicle comes with the 1.4-liter turbocharged 4, making 170 brake horsepower and 184 pounds-feet of torque. Now you can get this in manual or automatic as well. The manual edition starts off at $28,195 US with an extra just under $1,000 for destination fee, or the automatic version comes in at $29,545 with an extra $1,000 for the destination fee as well. Both of these machines hopefully will be in dealer showrooms by later this year. Next up on the list, Tesla's in the news. Actually an interesting situation now that the Model 3 in the pre-sale wise has really gotten up there. Around 400,000 units have actually been pre-sold for this machine. And I still feel that this is the tipping point for this group. If they don't sell a bunch of these, because they're still not making money actually on their car sales, they're making a lot of money through the stock market and then especially through ZEV credits. Actually selling credits to other auto manufacturers so they can sell automobiles inside of California. Now once that deal gets, or that loophole I should say, gets kind of closed up, this company is going to be very difficult to make money. And several years ago, I claimed that this company wouldn't be around past 2018. Well, they're definitely proven me wrong. And a person that I haven't had the greatest feelings for, that is Elon Musk. He kind of not the world's greatest person as far as a car CEO. He's really starting to talk like a car CEO over the past several weeks. Especially around the fact that he's looking at a pair of brand new models, possibly a large people carrier, maybe a bus, maybe. He didn't really elaborate, but the more interesting one is a low-cost Tesla. A Tesla for the masses, if you will. Basically, $35,000 even before the tax credits, even after the tax credits, is still a pretty hefty chunk of change to pay on a brand new Model 3, which he claims, and I agree totally with him, that it's out of reach for a lot of folks. So he wants to build one that's a little bit on the less expensive side. So not for sure if this is going to be a decontented Model 3 or if they're going to be a whole new edition altogether. And this may become the tipping point for Tesla on whether they can make it or not inside of this, inside of this world that we live in now. So we'll have to wait and see on all those fronts, but it's looking pretty doggone good that I'll probably have to eat some crow by here at 2018. Sticking with the EV front, the Ford Motor Company actually trying to dip their toe back into the EV market after canceling off their last generation of their EV go-round. And it's an interesting situation. Mark Field's actually talking about a brand new 200 miles of range EV. And the folks over at Autoline.tv had an excellent idea about this deal. Maybe Ford should wait a tad bit on this machine because the two big American runners in the EV market, General Motors and Tesla, are both running out of their tax credits. In fact, have already burnt through 100,000 of their 200,000 tax credits. And Ford has barely used little, if any, so they may be sitting in the catbird seat once this new EV hits the market, and those guys are out of their EV tax credits, so they may be right where they need to be. So be interesting to see what this machine's going to be all about. Sticking with the Ford Motor Company, but getting as far away from the EV side of things as you can, the Le Mans GT program. Yes, the brand new Ford GT wanting to take its crack at the 24 Hours of Le Mans in the 50th go-round since their 1-2-3 finish back in 1956. The Ford GT group, which I thought was biting off a little more than it could chew, actually debuting this year. I thought they needed another year of development, maybe running all of 2015 and all the circuits around the world to try to rev up for this 50th go-round. at Le Mans for those guys. So would really have liked to have seen that extra year, but maybe my concerns may be muted a little bit because actually the day of the taping of this program, the Ford GT and Chip Ganassi Racing took its inaugural win at Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca. So congratulations to this group. Hopefully it means some big things coming up in Le Mans, which is just a little under a month's time away. Next up on the list, back to the pricing go-round for the brand new McLaren 570 GT. The brand new GT version of the 570 gets the 3.8-liter twin-turbocharged V8 that we know and love, followed up by the 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, the engine making 562 brake horsepower and 443 pounds-feet of torque. European pricing for this machine will start off at 154,000 pounds sterling, and if you buy it here stateside, it comes in at 199,850 US dollars. This vehicle will be going on sale by the later part of this year. Last up on the list, or I should say next to last up on the list, the brand new Grand Sport version of the Chevrolet Corvette. We've got official pricing on this particular machine as well. Now, this particular vehicle I've kind of boned as it's the Grand Sport, or I should say the Z06 Lite. You don't get that supercharged V8, but you get all the other goodness that comes along with this. All the aero stuff, the big brake packages, the good suspension, all the good stuff, and for not much of a premium. Now, you don't get that 650 brake horsepower, 6.2-liter supercharged V8, but you do get the normally aspirated version of that engine, the 6.2-liter V8, making 460 brake horsepower, like right out of the Stingray. That is either shifted through a 7-speed manual or an 8-speed paddle-shifted automatic. Starting prices for the coupe version come in at $66,445,000 US dollars, or $70,445 US dollars for the convertible version. Only a $10,000 premium over the standard Stingray editions, which I think is an absolute steal. Now, obviously, you're going to want to put some more goodies on this. Obviously, the Z51 package, a couple other odds and ends, but the still thing comes really well equipped right out of the box. Last up on the list, the Nurburgring's in the news. Now, last I remember actually hearing about this deal, the Capricorn Group actually owned this deal, but they've been going through some serious financial troubles. And apparently a Russian billionaire has swooped in, a pharmaceutical billionaire by the name of Victor Corinthian. Now, Mr. Corinthian actually swooped in and bought 80% of the Nurburgring several months ago for $87 million. And apparently now he wants even more of this place. In fact, he swooped in and bought another 19%, which, yes, brings his grand total of 99%. Only a 1% stake is owned by a Godspeed group that's actually in Germany. And he spent another $43 million to actually get the rest of almost the entire group as a whole. So I like the idea that this is not in a commercial group's hands. They're not going to have a whole bunch of health and safety, hopefully, about this deal. Not to mention, Mr. Corinthian seems to have the right idea about this deal because he's opened up a pathway of communication between Formula One, Bernie Ecclestone, and the Nurburgring circuit and himself, actually talking about bringing the Formula One circus back to the Grand Prix circuit, which I cannot think of a better thing that could be going on. So if he could keep this place viable, keep it making money, keep it the way it has been over the past several years, you're going to keep a lot of Nürburgring hams very, very happy. Would love to see 2 German Grand Prix, one at Hockenheim, one at the Nürburgring. That would be fantastic. Maybe in the year of 2017, we'll have to wait and see on those fronts. So hopefully this is good news, and hopefully this place will stay alive long enough I get to see it with my own eyes. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. If you want to jump on over to the Facebook page, don't forget to like us over there. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you can do so at any time and get the first dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.